Friends and family, welcome to another video. In this video, I am going to tell you how I managed to gain weight. And I know people are going to be like, what? Yes, there are people out there who are ridiculously skinny and want to gain weight, okay? Yes. And I was one of them. And so I want to share with you how I was able to gain weight even though I have a ridiculously high metabolism, okay? So if you're interested, stay tuned. So I have been as skinny as a rail all my life. I only in the last maybe 2 or 3 months was actually able to gain weight and hang on to it. Thank you, Jesus. So basically, I was underweight for a long time. I wasn't even just skinny, I was underweight. When I'd go to the doctor, the doctor they'd ask me if I came from Somalia or Ethiopia. Like, is that supposed to be an insult? Those are wonderful countries. They have, their women are so gorgeous. Why did he ask me that? After telling me that I'm underweight. Anyway, whatever. I have tried to gain weight in different ways. You know, eating ice cream after every meal, eating pizza 3 times a day, like morning, afternoon, evening. My metabolism was so high that I would wake up at 1 a.m. starving after eating dinner at like 8 p.m. and I'd make a real heavy meal and eat it and go straight back to bed. Still, not gain a pound. Not 1 pound. I know some of y'all are saying, yeah, I'd like to have that problem. No ma'am, okay? Even if I was able to gain a pound after really eating a lot of junk food for, let's say, a whole month. Just one time of missing a meal for whatever reason, whether I was too busy or whether I forgot, it was gone. Gone, okay? And where I come from Ghana, West Africa, and women are supposed to be voluptuous and, well, you know, round and just heavy. You know what I mean? You're supposed to have meat on your bones. So finally I did it, okay? This is what you do. Don't skip any meals at all whatsoever. In between meals, you definitely want to eat, okay? Even if it's a snack, make sure it is something that fills you. For your breakfast, you want to eat a heavy meal if you can. My problem is I can't even eat a heavy meal for breakfast because I had a stomach problem that made it difficult to, you know, start the day with something heavy. So I had that problem, and that definitely didn't help. And my metabolism being high didn't help. But now that I've, you know, taken supplements that have helped me with that problem, I am actually able to eat a heavy meal in the morning if I choose to, okay? Lunch, definitely heavy. Dinner, absolutely a heavy meal if you're trying to gain weight. Health-wise, it's not the best thing because you're going to bed. You don't need all those carbs and things. What's in my mouth? Hair's in my mouth. What? Child. The devil is a liar. If you get hungry in the middle of the night, eat a heavy meal. I'm just trying to tell you, if you're trying to gain weight. When you have a high metabolism, being hungry is not your friend. So don't allow your stomach to be empty, ever. So I got to a point where my meals were every 2 hours. I don't wait till I'm hungry to eat. I eat because it's time to eat. Stress will make you lose weight. I know some people have that problem where when they're stressed out, they eat a lot. When I'm stressed out, I don't eat. I forget to eat. Food is the last thing on my mind when I'm stressed out. So stress was not my friend, okay? So I've come to a point in my life where not much stresses me out at all. I have to just remember that people have choices and they make their choices. There are certain things that we don't get to choose. And so I pray for strength for those things that I don't get to choose. And for the things that are my choice, I pray for wisdom and discernment. When something happens and it's over, you have to move on. The only thing that I find difficult to move on about is death. I can't. It's very difficult for me to move on from that when somebody that I love passes away. Do the best that you can and you move on with any situation. So stress is not your friend if you're trying to gain weight. Try not to stress out. The other thing that I didn't do is exercise. Because unfortunately, because I was so skinny, any little bit of exercise burns everything. Everything, and then some. So I did not exercise. When I go to the grocery store, I park the closest to the door, the entrance, and get in. and then get myself and then get out. Made sure also that I get enough sleep. Lack of sleep does not help you at all when you're trying to gain weight. You need to rest your body, because if you have a high metabolism, your body is already on the go all the time. It's already, always burning, energy and resources. So if you don't get enough sleep, you're extending the amount of time that your body's burning these resources. So getting more sleep out of your 24 hours in a day, if you can get at least 8 to 10 hours of sleep, that's 8 to 10 hours of time that you're not burning as much energy as when you're up and about. But if you only get like 4 or 5 hours sleep, that's extra time that you're burning energy, the time that you're awake and on the move, that your body is not able to use that to build up some fat resources. Okay. So you want some blubber? Those are the things you want to do. There are so many people trying to lose weight, and the handful of us that are trying to, gain weight is a big issue for us. So anyway, so those are my tips that I used, and I was able to gain weight. So you're probably curious how much weight I gained. 15 pounds. Yes. And that is perfect. My clothes, I was a size 2 at my heaviest. It was horrible. Before that, so when I got to size 2, I was excited. Before that, I was a size 0. And for a lot of size 0 stuff, even, they were big on me. So I had to, like if I was wearing pants, I had to put a belt in it to hold it up. It was horrible. And so when I got to a size 2, I was sort of okay. But now, finally, I'm at actual full size 4. I was size 3 for many years, like 20 years. Couldn't get to that extra bit that I needed. You don't find clothes, size 3 clothes. You really don't find any. If you find, they're very few and far between. Mostly, in the even numbers, size 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. So now I am a full size 4, and I absolutely love it. My clothes now fit perfectly, if you ask me. Let me stand and show you a little bit of my roundness. Let me see. Oh, you can't even see that much here, but I'm wearing all black, so it doesn't help. But yeah, I have gained, like this was very loose on me, and now it's actually fitting, like, because all here was like loose. But now it's actually fitting like it should have all this time. So if you want to, gain weight, those are my tips for you. But try to gain weight in a healthy way. Let's not get our cholesterol or blood pressure or diabetes situation, okay? Let's not do that. Try to gain weight in a healthy way. Eat healthy fats. My foods weren't fatty when I was trying to gain weight. Not the bad fat, I should say. I would have avocado. I wasn't a junk food, person that much, because again, I don't want to gain the weight and be sick. Then that won't help me. So way back in the day when I was trying all the junk foods and it wasn't working, eventually I wised up. I'm like, you know what, you didn't want that anyway. You don't want to gain weight eating junk food, because then that's bad. Cholesterol and everything, you don't want all of that. So do it the healthy way, like I've just described. Make sure you also detoxify. So when you're eating more toxins, with all the toxins that are in all our foods that we eat, you want to detoxify and then get, more good food in, and eventually the weight will come. Another thing is, as you get older and your metabolism slows down, you're able to actually keep some of that weight on when you gain it, and so that helps. So don't lose heart. The time will come and you're gonna get nice and round and plump like me and be all excited about it. Yeah. So for all my skinny friends who want to gain weight, there is light at the end of the tunnel, okay? I hope this message gives you some hope and some encouragement. So hit me on a direct message if you have any other questions, okay? Until then, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the very next video. Bye-bye.